a trade another day.
And you know what? If it doesn't happen, and for some reason the charts change,
Little trade another day.
and tomorrow I'm the biggest bear out there, so be it.
You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another play. You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another play. Live to trade another day. Live to trade another day. Live to make another play. Win some.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Oh my gosh. So I'm actually like having like an allergy attack, sneezing and snotty all over the place, but I had to come to the channel and give a public service announcement. And it's something that we've been, we've been thinking about this a lot lately. And we've been kind of thinking about ways to get better at staying in the crypto game, which is partly security, not getting your wallets drained, making sure you're doing your due diligence, making sure that you're just trying to protect yourself as best as possible. And so, and one of those ways that we know is to have your own keys, have your own crypto, be your own custodian. That's the whole point of decentralized finance, is that you eliminate the third party, the middleman, which is essentially the exchanges. At this point, the fact that we've given these exchanges, custody of our funds, we've kind of forgotten the whole principle and the ethos of what crypto really kind of is. It's like being able to have frictionless money on different network rails that we can interact with 24 hours a day, without having to ask for permission. If we could just do a transaction, as long as it signs goes, it's going to go where we want it to go. And so now, very much so, as crypto has been more adopted, we've actually gone backwards and given up a lot of our rights. We've given up a lot of our crypto. We've upped the leverage. We started gambling. A lot more people are gambling. We did a live stream. The last live stream we did, we explained the gambling epidemic that is happening right now. We have more people sports betting and parlaying everything, instead of accumulating assets. All the while, we have stock market breaking all-time highs. We had gold break all-time highs. We've had most, like index funds and everything still generating really great yield for being in the stock market, almost some of it being outperforming crypto, for God's sakes. But even if you were DCAing in crypto and in the stock market over the past 4 years instead of sports betting, I mean, you would at least have a portfolio built up, obviously with volatility built into it. That's the key. It's a prerequisite. It's a part of investing. It's going to have volatility. But this volatility that we're experiencing right now is partly with these exchanges. Okay, so we're going to get into why we're having this public service announcement here, talking about the exchanges. And so, Thread Guy. Luckily, I would love to have actually Thread Guy on the channel. Love to interview him. Hopefully he'll do it, because we'd love to pick his brain, because he does seem he's following everyone. He is a big fan of crypto. So anytime like you do want to follow some people, even if they might be kind of questionable, he might be like sus sometimes, but at least they're following crypto enough and they do like it, that they will repost, they will share something that is happening. And specifically, this ties into some people that have been expressing concern of getting their funds off of certain exchanges. Now, it started with the White Whale. Now, the White Whale was an account that expressed MEXC's questionable approach to his funds that were locked for a number of months. And so he went public with this battle with MEXC, with specifically a person, Cecilia, I believe, was one of the representatives of the BD manager for MEXC. And so there's this. So I'm not going to get in specifically deep into what happened with this particular story, but long story short, they were not going to release his funds. They went public, and the more public and reposts and everything that was shedding light on MEXC led them to ultimately unfreeze the funds. Okay, so now we're having a issue with our bit, with Thread Guy saying, I still don't understand who the target user is for C-tier crypto exchanges. Am I missing something, or is there absolutely zero reason or benefit to ever use these shady platforms ever? And what he's referencing here is this Ourbit user is not able to get his funds currently right now off of Ourbit. And so it started to make me think about what happened in the previous cycle a few years ago, not that long ago, where we had multiple exchanges going down, and a bunch of them started to say, no, we can't do withdrawals right now. The network is congested, whatever the excuse was. But then ultimately, some of them being Voyager, then the big one, FTX. Then we had BlockFi. We had Celsius. Some of these weren't necessarily exchanges themselves, but they were just kind of like these protocols offering these yields. Like BlockFi was offering this high yield to deposit and hold your crypto, which means AKA they took your crypto and then they gambled with it, just like what the banks do. Like the banks are, if everyone went to the bank and tried to withdraw their money, they wouldn't have enough cash in the bank to be able to do that. So it would be bank run. So what is happening here is that these exchanges are proving that they don't actually have all the funds that they say. They don't have the true proof of reserves, and Binance themselves don't have the proof of reserves. So you need to get your money off of these exchanges immediately. Okay, this is a public service announcement. I'm going to tell you right now, you need to get your money off of these exchanges right now. 100% right now. Do it right now. I don't care how much you love the exchange. I don't care how much money they're paying you. I don't care if you have a deal lined up right now. Don't do it, because and only if it is regulated, it's KYC'd, and you live in that country that you're promoting the exchange. There you go. Then you can do it. Or you got some sweet deal lined up. Great. But dude and gal, you need to run away fast. I am going to tell you. No one else will tell you, but some people will. Some people will. It's going to be very few. But these exchanges will take your money. They will take your crypto. And this is a perfect example of what's happening right now with Ourbit. Because look, I'm not going to be that type of person, because look, I have Ourbit links. Like I was like, come on, no, I'm not doing that. So look, if you look at the description of the video, go to the description of the video, and you see now what I'm promoting. I'm not going to promote these exchanges anymore. I'm not doing it, because it's not fair. I will promote crypto.com, because guess what? Crypto.com was the only exchange that did not freaking go down or have network issues during the whole crazy blow up volcano of all of the capitulations from a couple of years ago. There was a few others that didn't have any. Probably Gemini probably was one of those. I think Kraken was good. It's very short list, handful of exchanges that survived and didn't go belly up and basically lock out users or do some really crazy shady crap. And I was a victim of some of these exchanges that did some shady crap. Like I almost was about to deposit more money into BlockFi and start using them more. I was using Voyager heavy. I was promoting Voyager. Like, I was promoting Voyager and sharing my referral link because I was like, hey, they're doing all these partnerships with the basketball team, and they're gonna have a debit card, and they're gonna have all this stuff. It looks like they're getting more regulation, and we're getting more regulated. Even then, that exchange got 100% rugged. So we gotta remember, like, that if even those were getting rugged, what makes you think that these offshore exchanges are going to let you withdraw millions of dollars that you've just made in, quote, paper profits? You don't even know if that was real, because if you want, that's the thing, you try to withdraw it. And if everyone is winning and then they try to withdraw, they're going to stop a handful of, and that's the thing. That's the thing that's so dicey about this, is that you think it's only going to, like, it's like, oh, it's happening to everyone, but it might only happen to a handful of people at certain times, because that they can't do it to everyone, because then everyone would be like, oh my gosh, get off real fast. Everyone would bank run the exchange. So they're only going to have these issues with maybe, like, you know, a basket of people. They're going to let some other people, oh, I've been able to withdraw. Well, yeah, because they haven't hit you yet. They haven't hit you yet. So I'm telling you, be careful. Be careful. Like, I'm not doing it anymore. Look, I'll show you. Let me show you an example. I'm sorry, but I have to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go on to whoever is streaming right now in crypto. And then I'm going to click on their profile, and I'm going to show you how many links they have on their channel. Okay? Show you how many links they have on their channel. And well, let's see. Okay. So we have Lunar Beaches. We gave him a shout out. All right. There we go. No links. That's good. That's good. You just got saved, but you do have one BitTunix. You have one link, so you just got saved, sir. Trade Intuition. Shout out to Joe, Mr. Joe. Let's see how many links he has. Okay. These are Amazon affiliate links. That is 100% allowed. But then look, preferred exchange, there's 17 exchange links on here. We're going to go to Nick Cypher. This is Crypto Face's brother, so he's probably just going to have literally just Market Cypher on there. So Road Dog Crypto, how many links? All right, he's got, okay, BitTunix, Bitmark, CoinX, CoinW, Mexi, Qcoin. I mean, 17,000 different links on there. All for exchanges that could potentially rug you and not let you withdraw or take your money out once you start actually making money. That's what's really tricky. So this is what I think is happening. That's what I think is happening. They let you withdraw and deposit, like, in certain thresholds, maybe even thousands. A couple hundred, 500,000 here, 1,000 there. But then if you start to get up into a certain type of tier, that's when they go, no, we're not going to let you. We're not going to let you withdraw. We're not going to let you withdraw right now. Sorry. So Ourbit currently right now is doing the thing where they have not responded to this person that has been in a battle trying to get their funds out, and they've been frozen for about 5 months. Nigerian official pretends to faint after being questioned about missing funds, and then someone said that's Ourbit right now. So it's not good. And then Ourbit's response, instead of yeah, so there's multiple users. So instead of addressing the issue, they basically responded like this. They said, to all the rats of the cabals, the market manipulating leeches who scam retail investors and profit from the insider trading, Hourby wants to say that every day they confirm how corrupt and brazen they are and increase our conviction to kick their ass. And some people are saying, well, that's pretty disingenuous, because it's more likely that most of these offshore exchanges are wash trading the tokens that they're getting sent to list, because a lot of the times these exchanges, they list these coins, especially meme coins. They'll list them spot, and then they'll list them on perps, and they'll do 100x perps on a meme coin. It'll run. They'll pump it. They're trading it themselves, of course. I mean, how would they not be trading it themselves if they're getting they know what price it's going to list at? They have their market makers. They have their own accounts on there. They're going to trade it. They know to like long it 100x to the top. Then they dump it. That's usually when whoever's on the exchange is seeing whatever it is. They see it like whenever they wake up, because it's Asian time. So then they already did it. We wake up over here, and then it's already done. Then and then it gets shorted to the ground. And so Binance is doing the same thing. So all these exchanges acting like they're any better than Binance, who's the OG at doing this. They're full of shit. So, and they know your entry, they know your take profit, they know your stop loss, and they're hunting it. And so I'm not going to be a part of that anymore. I'm done doing that. I'm done. I'm literally like, I'm literally going to only promote referral links for MetaMask. I'm literally gonna, like, as much as I've shilled MetaMask, even when people have made fun of me and said, oh, it's a dead wallet, and where everyone has been to go, oh, I use Rabby. I could have went to Rabby, but I'm still using MetaMask. I think MetaMask is gonna pay me thousands just for that fact of literally dying on the sword of MetaMask. So I'm gonna promote that because it literally teaches you about addresses, networks. You can learn DeFi. They've at least updated. People are coming in now, which retail still doesn't know what crypto is. They haven't used a wallet, and this is the perfect opportunity. Why would I like? This is what's so ridiculous. This is where I think crypto content creators right now that are promoting all these exchanges that are eventually going to go belly up and rug you. It is disingenuous, and it's not promoting the right way that you can get people in retail to use crypto. It's not through getting them to get on this shady exchange. It's to teach them about crypto rails, teach them about what the difference between an exchange and a crypto rail is. Like, people don't realize that a rail is a means of getting fiat to the blockchain. So there's companies like MoonPay and other companies that have been doing this since 2016. And basically when altcoins were just becoming altcoins to give us what we call the altcoin season. And so the exchanges are order books. The exchanges make money. They make money off of you having trading fees. Of course, these other companies like MetaMask and all these rail companies too, they make money too. They make a fee. But it's different. The difference is that when you get sent crypto from these rails, it is yours. It's your crypto. But when you buy it and it's on an exchange, it's theirs. It's not yours. That's the difference. It's not yours until you take it off the exchange and then you hold it in your wallet. So, I think we've been gaslit. I think we've been fully manipulated. I think we are the pawns in this exchange, in this big money machine that is to even even these exchanges that promote that they want retail to come in so much, they have extracted the people that believe in crypto the most And we promote these exchanges. We promote them. We promote them because we feel, quote, desperate in a way to make sure we can survive in promoting the, quote, fringe of finance, which we know is the bleeding edge of new tech and the new money system that retail is getting sidelined on. But, you know, and this is why I'm switching the whole game up. Fuck them. I'm not promoting these exchanges anymore. Unless it's a big exchange. I know if you put your money in there, it's FDIC insured, and you can at least, if everything goes to zero, you can go in through the legal system and through a process, and then you're a creditor. You'll get your money back, you know. But you're not getting your money back on these shady ass exchanges from offshore that have them registered in the Cayman Islands, buddy. That's not happening. So what is going to happen is that why these exchanges are doing what they're doing, and they're not going to let everyone run off with the money, especially the high leverage traders and the ones that have like millions of dollars that they just printed off a USDT through a paper contract that isn't even real. That's why you're not getting your freaking money, because they don't have it. Did you think about that? The reason why these exchanges are not going to give you your money is because they don't have it. They have your crypto that you sent them, but they're not going to give it to you. So unless they're fully liquid and they have a proof of reserves of all that crypto, get it the hell out. Get it out. Get it out now. Fast. Get it out. There's no reason. There's no reason to have any of your money on exchanges. I have $0 on an exchange besides crypto.com and the Crow token because I'm just staking Crow. I locked it up for a year. So even if I wanted to take it out, I can't. So I still have like to the end of the year before I can even do anything with it. But even then, I probably would still, even though I like crypto.com, I would still probably would take it off and put it on chain. I don't even have to have it on there. I can just have it on chain. I can even bridge it to the Kronos chain if I want to, or whatever chain the token can go to. But guess what? If it's on the exchange, when things get bad, you are the first to go. You're the pawn in the chessboard. You're the pawn in the chessboard. They're the ones at the top. And guess what? All the other pieces, those are the BD managers. Those are the KOLs. See, the KOLs, they get out scot-free because they're getting paid on the sideline in their own wallets to promote the exchanges that they probably even barely have funds on to use. And if they have funds on there, they're funds that were given to them by the exchanges, so then they can take everyone else's funds. Do you see the freaking trap that's right in front of your freaking face? I see it. I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it. So stop using these exchanges. They're garbage, and I'm tired of it. I've felt like I've had to use these exchanges so I can get a deal, and I'm not doing it. I don't need your damn deal. I don't need it. I don't need your exchange either. I can pull up TradingView, and I don't need to pull them up at all, because at the point where I see this garbage happening, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with it. I'm going back to basics. If we want retail in here and I want my channel to be respected, I will not lead people to the damn slaughter. I'm not doing it. Go get a freaking MetaMask. Go get a Treasure. I'll get a deal with Treasure. Hey, Treasure, hit me up. Hit me up, Treasure. Hit me up, MetaMask. You got people trashing you on the timeline, MetaMask, and I'm over here literally banning all exchanges off my channel, and literally just promoting a referral link to use MetaMask. I mean, wow. I mean, let's go. Come on. We've really come a long way. We've really come a long way. And I think I think all you guys should do this. All you crypto content creators, We don't have to kiss the ring. We don't have to we don't have to bend the knee to these exchanges. We don't need them. You guys remember, like, always remember, the exchanges always needed us. We never needed the exchanges. There's always going to be some nerd in a basement that's going to build a thing where we could have bought crypto without having an exchange. The exchanges are set up to take your crypto. I've kind of learned this now over time. They pose as builders, but what they are is protecting their own bags. Sorry, I've had allergies. I'm allergic to these exchanges. And the way that they prey on innocent people on the timeline that are trying to make content, and then they're like, "Hey, we'll give you an affiliate link. We'll give you an affiliate link." Screw your affiliate link. They don't even pay you, even though they're like a good percentage of what the trading volume that they're, because like people are getting rocked anyway. It's like most of the people that are trading on your referral links are losing. So it's like unless they're buying spot and they're trading, they're losing, and you're making money and referral money off of traders losing. It's like, I would much rather get make some profit like off of people just DCAing. I mean, gee, that's amazing. Like if that's the dream. Like, hey, if you're just like DCAing crypto and I don't even care what it is, like you just know whatever you're buying, that's on you, you know? But at least I got you on chain. Got you on chain, all right? But if you're just coming in, this is a public service announcement to get all your money off of the exchanges. And this is specifically geared towards the ones that you always see, the ones that are, okay. For example, I can't obviously, but because of privacy, like I'm not going to pull up my messages and show you my messages, but I've gotten hit up by so many different BD managers from Blowfin, from MEXC. Oh my gosh, MEXC was trying to get me there was like 17 different MEXC people that were hitting me up. What was the other exchange? Blowfin was hitting me up a bunch. What were the other exchanges? Man, there was a few, but it's like those are the ones that I feel like are the more they're just suspect. Like that, because they're very aggressive with all of their BD managers messaging all the crypto people. Oh, and Bit2Next hit me up. And then I was kind of considering that, but then I was like, oh, okay, CryptoFace is using it, but then I don't care. That doesn't mean anything. CryptoFace has way more money, and he can stand to have his accounts, go belly. He's got so much crypto on wallets and backup. He's got so much crypto spot. Like, he doesn't give a rip if like any of these exchanges go down. It doesn't matter to him. So, yeah. Oh, is this Gate.io? Did they hit me up too? Oh no. Okay, but yeah. Yeah, all those exchanges questionable. They're all questionable. Okay, we got 12 people, so I've at least let 12 people know on YouTube this very important message. I really highly suggest, and this is the thing. Oh god, this like really frustrates me. It really fucking frustrates me because I see all these people encouraging people to leverage trade, and all of the exchanges that they're using to leverage trade, there are no KYC exchanges. You have to blah blah blah. You have to do all this stuff, and it's ridiculous because it's like everyone's all around the world. We're all trading in different places, and it's just like you could because like I've done it, like I've been like, oh yeah, I made some thousands and I was able to like withdraw like a couple hundred, but like imagine like you start getting on a really good streak and you are not able to withdraw those funds because you have just made a certain amount. And imagine like all of these traders right now and these accounts and these content creators are promoting these exchanges that imagine half of your audience then, or maybe even just, let's just say a quarter of your audience signs up for these links and then they start trading. And maybe they win big trades and then they get their account. And then what happens too is like in these moments, your account gets up to a certain amount. We're so greedy. We're greedy monkeys. Like we will look at that number and we start to get greedy and we will want to see that number increase. Like we don't want to like withdraw it out because then it's like, oh, like you might have even want to hit a certain goal. Maybe you want to get to 20K, maybe you want to get 100K. A lot of these P&L traders, these like goal traders where they're trying to hit a certain amount and do like a world record, whatever. Oh, this amount in this amount of time. Well, guess what? What if the exchange is like really like preying on the fact that they know this to be true? They know how the casino works, especially these platforms are very keen at getting people in because they're like, here you have this bonus, you have all these different bonuses, incentives, like you deposit this amount and we'll give you this, and we'll give you USDT to trade, and they specifically will give you futures bonuses to get you to leverage trade. And then imagine, just like I said, a quarter of your audience, not even half, because half is kind of aggressive, but say a quarter of your audience, they do well, and then they end up not being able to withdraw their funds. Who are they going to look at as the person responsible? They should look at themselves because obviously like they click the button, they click the buy and sell, they click the link, but ultimately, I'm responsible. I'm responsible because I'm giving this false representation, this false hope of oh, this exchange is safe. Yeah, you should do this. And I think now over time, because I like to be accountable, I like to grow. I know that this video game simulation of life that's been created by the Almighty God is giving me the opportunity of clarity. And so when you have clarity and you're able to apply it, this is how I can apply it. I have realized that I am a part of the problem if I don't change my ways of how I'm going to educate people in crypto. Okay. Okay, Banana Republic, we're dumping because you touch yourself at night still. That's why we're dumping, okay? So let's... All right. Jokes aside, I'm not playing around, guys. Get your money off of these exchanges pronto, okay? So I'm not promoting these exchanges anymore. I'm not doing it. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to pull up trades. I'm not going to pull up leverage trades. This isn't that channel anymore. Okay. This channel has always been slowly morphing into a ultimate crypto thesis channel where we're going to get you so bullish on creating your own crypto company, having utility built into crypto, where you're holding your own crypto. We're going to start getting more into privacy stuff. We're going to like test out new privacy stuff. We're going to go into old privacy stuff. We're going to freaking tornado cash your ass. So let's go into figures of why leverage trading and sports betting is the devil's lettuce cancer in the crypto space. So we ran some numbers that should shock you, that in a scenario of someone who has been gambling with $1,000, instead of half splitting the $1,000 into $500 of the S&P index fund and and then also $500 into Bitcoin as a proxy for crypto. This should fascinate you. This should get you locked in to an aggressive strategy. It's crazy. Okay, so gambling, your expected loss is 20% a year. And this probably worse than that. This is being fair. So if you're going to spend $1,000 a month, that means you're trying to spend $12,000 a year on gambling. Your expected loss is a very fair 2,400. I would say more so chance all of it gone. Net gain, nothing. Okay, total spent if you on a 5-year trajectory is $60,000 if you tried to gamble $12,000 for 5 years each year. Expected loss is still a very nice, modest $12K. I'd say probably more so over 5 years, your butt would be losing $30K to, if not all of that money. Especially if you think you're a parlay master and a leverage trader master that can beat Binance. Not going to happen. 10 years. You might be doing it now in the next these couple months where you figured some strategy out and then your strategy gets dumped on your freaking head. 10 years, 120,000 over 10 years. If you tried to gamble, you're gonna lose more than that. Okay. Over 20 years, $240,000 if you tried to gamble for 20 years. Expected loss $48K. Now, let's see. Bitcoin historic average return on the S&P, we've always said it's 10%. Okay, 10%, and this is an average median range between 1926 and 2023. So future assumption is that 10.5% annualized long-term mean, and you have to account for inflation, which they've said is 2% or 2.5%. We know inflation is around between 5 to 10%, depending on what goods and service you're talking about. So, for instance, like eggs, steak, things like that, inflated up like massively, more than 10, almost more than 10%. So it's just basically they take a global average of GDP and all this stuff, and they're like, yeah, inflation's 2%, but it's like, yeah, bro, the freaking steaks are like double to triple the price. What are you talking about? So Bitcoin portion, historic 2010 to 2024, 100% a year at 10 cents to 60K, but unsustainable early year skew returns because of the nature of the parabolic effects of the Bitcoin halving, our bull runs, cycles that we've had. Realistic forward assumption between 2025 to 2045 would be a 15%. Oh yeah, steak is more like double. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, steak has gone up so much. Yeah, 15% annualized bull case adoption. Okay, so 15% annually. Okay, 0% annualized bear case regulation competition. So just kind of being zeroed out. Like say, like you bought, and then it kind of runs up, and then you end up kind of round tripping. So it's kind of given like a zeroed out case scenario. But then annualized base case maturity of just like normal growth is 7.5%. So with the S&P and Bitcoin, along with volatility built in, you have an annualized mean return average of 20%. So you would be technically, if you're investing $1,000 a month, split between the stock market and Bitcoin specifically, you would be beating inflation growth over a span of 5 to 10 years. Now, this is just raw, like DCA investing. It's like whatever the price is, and maybe you can time some of the dips. You can say, okay, well, it's like, this is what you could do as your strategy is you have all these fear moments. You have all these points where it's like a doom. That's when you flip your reverse psychology and you're like, I'm buying, because you're not leverage trading. You're not trying to short, you're not trying to long, you're just buying. And so we've seen in charts, we've seen historical charts where every time it's doom gloom, every time a president is coming, new president's coming into power, every time we've had a balance of power, it's like anytime a new administration comes in, the old one's got to die off. And then there's a reshuffling of power, which causes volatility, always lined up perfectly with like things being, oh no, we don't know what's going to happen. Oh. And then it hits support from the last doom and gloom place that it was before, represented in the S&P, the doom and gloom of panicking that happened just this year. Guess what? In April in 2024, we had the same low this year in April 2025, hit and bounced right off of that. Oh, who'd have thunk? So we always think that it's always going to be freaking over, and then it's not. So this is what's fascinating. So even just with that, you have so much more on your side if you just switch and stop gambling and sports betting, and leverage trading. So it's sports betting and poly market, like parlaying on freaking everything, and then leverage trading, leverage, sports betting, predictions. It's all gambling. It's all betting, you know. That's what they're trying to get us to do. They're trying to get us to be gamblers and gambling addicts instead of accumulating assets, because they're buying the assets. We forget that some of these blockchains and some of these supplies are kind of limited and are kind of scarce. We forget that, and they're taking our crypto. So it's fascinating. They want us to be gambling. It's crazy. They want us to be in the casino with red eyes crusted so we don't see the freaking truth. Wake up. All right. So scenario 1, base case. Okay. So this is crazy, guys. Means like if you would have been locked in for the past 5 years and did not gamble at all, not even a freaking coin, you would be up. You would just feel good about yourself. You would feel a lot better about yourself. Just in year 1 in the S&P 500 and Bitcoin split, your total portfolio would be $12,465 with an average net gain of 464. I think it'd be way more than that on the first year. With some of the volatility that we've had over the past 2 years, 3 years, it definitely would be more than that. So in 5 years, it really starts to compound, very much so. Okay. S&P 500 for over 5 years, split 500, just $500 with just 10%. $39,250. Bitcoin, you'd have $35,800. Total portfolio now over 5 years would be $75,000. That means your net gain over 5 years would be an average low of, this is on the low side, $15,000. Then over a 10-year period, if you're doing this, if you keep up on this, $103,000 in the S&P. And this is just the S&P. $86,000, $86,500 for Bitcoin. Total portfolio would be almost at $200,000 with a net gain of $70,000. 20 years, now you're starting to like get into, okay, like I can buy a house like full on. You just like, and at that point you maybe have already figured out a way to find a nice property through this. I don't know. Maybe you even got like you got even more gains. Maybe your this is on the low side. Imagine we're like in the median case scenario. This is just like low base case scenario. This is base case scenario. Okay. This is not equating the super cycle, the like being in a bull run. Like the fact that this is why I'm talking about this, because I'm going to be honest with you guys. I cooked myself, and I've told you this. I cooked myself. My portfolio would look like the 20-year portfolio already. But I started leverage trading, and I got caught up in this You know what it is? You start to learn a lot about yourself. You start to learn a lot about yourself when you start leverage trading. You start to learn if you could actually start to get addicted to something like leverage trading or gambling. And when you start to be addicted to something, you attach like your reality to it. Very dangerous. And so I think I kind of lost the plot a little bit. I was on to something early on, very much early on. I was on to something. I found some of the best coins. Like I was on to something. I really was on to talking about Bitcoin, like learning more about Bitcoin, but also like diving into the altcoins and trying to experiment and trying to catch stuff early, buy and hold. And we just kind of like, we got addicted. We got addicted to the prospect of, quote, changing your life through leverage trading. And I think I hate to say it, but it's a fool's game. And I'm happy for you if it's working for you. But if you're a person like me with like massive like ADHD, I think borderline, like, you know, freaking, I don't know if I'm retarded or if I'm a genius. Let's just be honest. I might swing back from between both all in one day or in the span of 5 minutes. Tardio or a genius high IQ level individual. But I'm waking up and I'm going back to basics, and I don't want to be irresponsible with me talking about crypto. And so I want to be honest with you guys and say that this is the way, is to compound. And we're never going to get retail to understand this unless we stop promoting this garbage, like these exchanges and this leverage trading. And that's, you want to know why it always kind of feels like a scam to retail? Because that is a scam. But you just buying crypto and holding it and then sending coins to your friend and back and forth, that's called DeFi. That's called peer-to-peer network. That's called money. That's called new money. That's different. But this like leverage trading extraction bullshit that's happening right now, that's not crypto. That's called getting extracted. That's called getting caught up in the business, which is not going to serve you. You will serve you, and you need to find businesses that are aligned with that same ethos. And if they are, they will pay you money to then just be yourself and promote that brand or whatever it is, because that's what you align with. And we don't have to be like this, like putting on this mask, like and like acting like nothing, like this isn't shady or this isn't, you know, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. So again, public service announcement to everyone. This is for the people that are content creators. This is for people that have channels. I want you to really go back and rethink and look at what you're doing and what you're promoting, and do you align with the company? No, stop promoting them. If you feel like anything is shady and you feel like you're not being respected, you feel like you've been doing work and not getting paid for it, and you're still promoting these exchanges, stop using them. If you have been promoting them for weeks and weeks and weeks, and you've put out content and they haven't paid you a dime, you better stop using them, because it is not worth you having their link on your channel and then they're not even paying you to do it. They're just giving you an affiliate link. Affiliate link is bullshit. That doesn't, like, at the end of the day, that's like nothing. So let's be real here. So don't get it twisted, because the moment that things get bad, like I said, I've been saying this for weeks, the moment things get bad and the market's selling off or it's pumping, it doesn't matter what direction it is, these exchanges will take you out. It will take you out. They will rinse you dry. And it's sad because they will do it to the people that have been promoting them the whole time. It's crazy. And then we have Charles Hoskinson coming to this is jeez. Charles Hoskinson will come and complain and wonder why people don't use Cardano DeFi. It's because you don't have a stable coin. Jed, no one even knows what Jed is. And then Jed depegged during the Binance thing somehow. Wasn't even connected with like liquidity pool or with like the liquidity issue or the oracles with Binance. It just depegged. It just depegged to 60%, like went to 60 cents and like for no reason at all. Like it's like, okay. So, but there's no stable coin that is like the legitimate stable coin that big institutions are minting on Cardano. That's why the TVL, when you go to the TVL on DeFi Llama and you go to chains, like you go to the chains, and then you do stablecoin market cap, Cardano's like, it's like number 51. They have $35 million of stablecoin. It's like, it's not liquid enough. If everyone came in and all of a sudden wanted to start using Cardano, and all of a sudden everyone was like, oh, let's start paying attention to Cardano's ecosystems, the chain would go down. They would not, the transactions would go up, and there would not be enough stablecoin volume or liquid stablecoin volume to support the swaps. But yeah, they would use Cardano. But then if someone wants to like actually take profit, you have to have stable coins. Why do you think these chains are going to, and you also have to have the stable coins that are not going to get freaking frozen. There needs to be like stable coins that, because apparently most of these stable coins, obviously you can just freeze them. So eventually at the end of the day, you probably just need to just have Bitcoin or Monero or some kind of privacy coin, because they might shut everything. They might shut everything off. They might rug us all. Are they rugging us right now on the prices? Because I'm not even pulling up like the charts don't, like right now. That's why it's so important to talk about the basics, because right now, look at what they're doing. They're just trying to shake out all the weak hands and go, oh, why is it dumping? People are always wondering, why is it dumping? It's because the exchanges that we're talking about are like they are the devil. Binance is the freaking devil. They're the ones that are the perfect example of not having the actual real order books. They don't have proof of reserves. They're selling customer funds. They're sending them into Wintermute, and then they're wash trading them. All the leverage traders should already know this, but they're trying to like think, and they're trying to play off of knowing this. Like the high efficiency traders that have millions of dollars, they know this to be true. That's what they're trying to trade it. But then they also themselves are not being able to be quick enough to fool Binance, because they're faster. They have 60% control of the market. So even those people get cooked. And the way that they use the retail or the bubble of crypto, like our echo chamber of people in here, to liquidate them and to get their money and get their crypto, is they'll have people like James Wynn come on the on the timeline in your feed and start saying, oh, they're after me, they're trying to liquidate me, blah, 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 blah. And it gets people to start following their trades. And so what they do is then they will literally reverse engineer a narrative to trade on. And they're using this with also Trump's posts. So there's insider bullshit happening all over the place. And it's the exchanges that are the top like string pullers of this whole thing. So what's the answer? You buy crypto and you hold it spot. You buy crypto and you hold it spot, and you start teaching people the cleanliness, like crypto cleanliness. You know, because crypto's gotten real dirty and there's a stench, and it's called the people that are trying to literally get and extract as much money out of the people that have been here for years, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And it's a lot. It's very psychological. It's like the games and the war that's being played now. Like back in the day, it used to be like you just get punched in the face. You know, back in the day, you just get punched in the face. You know, something happened. You had an issue with a friend. Like remember on the bus, you just throw hands, and then you'd punch each other, and then all of a sudden you're friends again. That's how we used to deal with stuff back in the day. I remember that happened with one of my friends. No, I don't even know what started the fight. All of a sudden, we're in the middle of the hallway in the bus, and we were like this, and we both punched each other, and we both got off the bus, and then all of a sudden we're skating. Oh, and so that's how we used to settle stuff. But now it's all mind games. It's all psychological. Everything's all psychological. That's why you have to be a wizard with being able to see through the deception in the veil of this psychological warfare that's happening, because it's happening through crypto. It's happening through the advertising, the algorithm. The algorithm is so propagandized to turn you into a freaking gambler and to make you think that you need the exchanges, that you need to have like, do you see what I'm talking about? See, no, I wish people, this is why I feel like I get frustrated, why I should have more people watching my channel. It's not because I think I'm great. It's not because I think, oh, I'm the special one. It's because I feel like I'm being honest with my journey and showing you what I've done, and then how I'm learning and seeing through the light and being like, wow, okay, very irresponsible. And I'm going to tell you that this is what's going on. Well, most of these accounts on here are just going to bullshit you. If that doesn't get me more algo or clicks, so be it. So be it. Go get your dopamine hit from CryptoFace trading on his account that he has millions that he probably gets from the exchanges too, but also it's his own money that he has built up over years and years and years. And he has millions of dollars that he can just trade away. So go get the dopamine hits from those accounts. Please go for it. Amina, oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Which ones will rug? I use Robinhood and I hate them. Robinhood rugged us the last cycle too. They stopped the buy and sell button on Doge. But if you would have just bought Doge on the Doge chain and just knew that you could just have Doge, you'd have to, and then you probably, and then, but here's the thing, crypto rails, like for instance, MoonPay, you could sell to MoonPay. You don't have to sell to exchange. There's other rails too. You send them the crypto, and then they send the cash to your bank. I'm telling you guys, we've been fooled. If they're businesses, you got to remember they're businesses that need users. Lasers made a good point. He says Google says nearly 100% of people who held over the past 4 years are or more are in profit. Yeah, with Bitcoin, yeah, if you were to have been DCAing like we were, and then I told you guys, like I was DCAing Bitcoin, like, and I had a pretty damn good dollar cost average. Like my gosh, it's just like it really is embarrassing, but I'd rather tell you the truth than make you like think that this is going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. This is going to be the hardest thing you've ever done. But guess what? It's going to be very rewarding. But it's also going to be the hardest thing you've ever done, okay? You think holding a crypto bag, Scuba Gerbil, I'm awake because I needed to make a freaking announcement. I was supposed to go to bed. I'm so tired. Like I've worked so much. Like I've worked a ton over the past week or in the weekend, just back-to-back stuff, and I have allergies. I should have just gone right to bed. I even just like I was doing a gig, so I run sound, so I could have just gone right to bed. I should have. But I said, absolutely not. I saw another thing. I saw the thing with the hour bit. I saw Thread Guys post, and I was like, oh, I freaking have promoted them. It pisses me off. So I'm like, I can't like willingly just even go to bed until I come and talk to the chat and be like, hey guys, sorry. Like, I'm going to have to go through like all my freaking video. I'm going to have to go through all my videos and take my link off. And I already took it all off. So this is what my description is going to look like. It's literally just going to have crypto.com because that's like just the one that I feel like I've had the longest. And like I said, if they go down, at least you can freaking FDIC and have some insurance that like they have a little, and honestly, if you're in America, you see all the Trump deals that they have. So, I mean, at least like, I don't know if that's a signal that some say, oh, that's a top signal, but I don't know. That's just my gamble. So you could gamble on Gemini. You could use Gemini. You could use Kraken. You can use whatever you'd like. But then also I'm directly going to be promoting just MetaMask. MetaMask is now multi-chain. You can use Solana. You will have a Solana address. But then also you have an EVM address that can link with all layer 2s, all layer 1s. Not like all of them, but like the main ones, like pretty much, you know, you got your Avalanche, you got Polygon, you can do Sui, Say, yeah, you get the idea. But with MetaMask though, if you've already been using MetaMask and you haven't signed up for the rewards, do so with my link because you will get the points. And people are confusing the points with the airdrop. So the points with the airdrop, the points in the airdrop are two different things. Okay. So the point system is obviously like any other point system. And someone who kind of pointed out the fact is credit card companies have been doing this for years and no one complains. No one complains about it. They're like, cool, I'll spend the credit. I'll do the thing. I'll get the miles. I get points, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But everyone's like, all the points, they're farming us. And I was like, I get it. I know it feels like a farm. It feels like they farm us. But if that is the case, that the rewards point system is completely different than the actual airdrop, then we're cool with that. That has been confirmed. They will have an airdrop of the mask token. It's separate from the Linnea season that they're having right now. They're just trying, because MetaMask is consensus. Consensus is Joseph Lubin. Joseph Lubin has made all the things with the connection with Linnea and the Swift banking system. Linnea has been used and will be used as kind of like their like flagship layer 2, you know, whether you like it or not, you know, but that's connected also with their debit card, which is their on-chain debit card. Okay. But the points though, I think is going to be directly connected with Linnea. You might get a Linnea airdrop or access to other tokens through however many points you build up. But you're getting points for swaps. You're getting points for anything that you do on chain. On the MetaMask wallet, you'll get points for it. But then, who knows? Maybe you'll get also an allocation of the actual mask token, because then the points represent also your loyalty and also your how long you've been. Like if you're an OG user, then you got like an extra couple thousand points. But I'm excited to see what could come of this, because this is kind of just getting back, like I said, back to the basics. Just, you know, even though you have your gripes about MetaMask, I still think if they really want, oh gosh, if they just really want to do this right, if they don't want to mess this up, like they will airdrop like users that have been using the wallet for a proven on chain, like for 3-4 years. They need to be airdropping like thousands of dollars to these wallets, because one, they will get such good advertisement, free advertisement, quote free. Like they're airdropping this token, which they're obviously like, it's liquidity that they're giving to people, say like me. But if they airdrop thousands of dollars into my MetaMask, I'm gonna like be on the rooftop, like saying like, oh my God, thank you so much, MetaMask. You guys really did it. Oh, blah, blah, blah. But if they only give me like $50, I'm gonna be like, wow, I can't believe you. And then, you know, that's they don't want that. So if they're smart, they will airdrop like, even just because look, let's be honest, like Jupiter airdrop did really well. Even users that were barely using Jupiter and the routers in the Phantom wallet, like I was swapping in the Phantom wallet. I wasn't even going on Jupiter. I think I went on Jupiter like a couple times. I still got $200 of the Jupiter airdrop. So if I only get $200 and I use MetaMask as my default wallet for like holding and doing swaps and stuff like that, like in DCAing, ugh, it's not gonna be good. Not gonna be good. Oh gosh, these allergies have been such a nightmare. But all right, guys, I think I just wanted to come to. I didn't even want to stream because I've just been like so miserable with the allergies today. It's just been constant. I mean, you see my nose. Look, it's like you see like it gets so swollen. I have this like giant like swollen knot on my nose. It's like, it's so ridiculous. The human body sometimes with allergies, I think, is the worst. Like God, I know you created us in your image, but did you have like an allergy issue? Like, what is the deal? Like, what is up with the histamine system and the endocrine system? Like, what did you do? Why did you create these things like histamines? Because the human body will like kill you. Your own body will kill you because you ate a pea or a walnut. Whatever your body thinks like is trying to kill you, and it's like, send out the, you know, and it's like, no, body, I'm fine. The pea or whatever is quote gonna kill me is not gonna. You're killing me. You're making me miserable right now, body. Stop it. That's why it's like so, the histamine crap is so ridiculous. It's like, I'm cool, body. You don't have to send out the troops. I'm good. Insane. Yeah, Bitcoin's oh, where's my max pain chart? Where's my max pain chart? We probably would get give him max pain. I don't even care. Give him max pain. I hope Bitcoin goes to 98,000 and everyone calls for the ultimate bear market. I was telling you guys that they would give us max pain, and this is going to be the exit of the exchanges. So if you're wondering how this is all going to tie in, if this is the case, the max pain chart is the exchanges knowing that they are not going to last anymore and crypto is being regulated. So crypto being fully regulated in a sense that like now we have like a lot of these alts are going to be serviced through the ETFs in America, and Trump being the president for the next 3 years. And we're trying to make this the digital crypto capital of the world. Yeah. The exchanges are going to rug you. And they're trying to get as much crypto as they possibly can. That's why Binance did 10-10, because they know their jig is up. That's why do you think CZ is publicly saying that he's buying Aster? He didn't say like, oh, I'm publicly buying B&B. He doesn't care. He's buying Aster because Binance just is being probed. Binance is probably going to get taken down. Just watch. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Binance is probably being probed, and they're gonna get taken down. 10-10 was not a one and done, like, oh, sweep it under the rug. Like, no, they're gonna get investigated and they're gonna get shut down. And that's why CZ is promoting Aster, a decentralized perp dex. Exactly. Dr. Goat said the man who wrote The Art of the Deal would never buy the crypto top. He would force it down, buy low, adopt it all, then cause a worldwide buying frenzy. That's what I think is happening with gold. I think the whole like chess move also is that the US government is purposely killing the dollar to push the world into gold. Gold breaks all-time high. We sell the gold at all-time high, and we reprice our 1974 spot gold to today's spot gold price, and we literally dump on the world's head, thinking that they're going to hedge against the dollar because it's dying. Then we buy Bitcoin with that. We have stablecoin super cycle. All the stablecoins are then backed by the Bitcoin treasury of the standard. And it's literally going to be this insane, like, chess move. That's what I think is why I think there is the Clarity Act, the Genius Act. Every state has to have provisional legislation put in place for them to be able to mint stable coins. This also ties into the AI takeover and the jobs being lost through some of these companies laying off thousands and thousands of employees due to AI. And they're also laying off employees that have had salaries that have been technically like overpaid salaries. They're also laying off those people too, because they could just hire other people coming out of the job market or coming out of college, like a 20-something, like just a greenhorn, you know, that is like, oh, I've heard the market's so terrible. Oh my gosh, I heard people are just not being able to get a job. And then they go, you. And then they pick you And you're like, oh my God, they're hiring me? I heard they weren't hiring anyone. Yeah, we'll pay you $50 a year. They pay you enough, but they'll pay you $50 a year. Guess what they were paying the person before you that same job? They were paying them $80 a year, $90 a year. They had the raises, they got the thing, they got all the stuff. They're just kind of bouging off. Those people are getting canned. They thought they had 10 years left. They're getting canned. And so those people that are getting canned are now out of a job. What do? Well, obviously the EBT, the Snap services have obviously $6.5 billion that is usually supposed to be in that account did not get distributed. I wonder what will be distributed to people that lose their jobs later next year. Stablecoins. Now, do you get it? Stablecoin super cycle. What do you think that means? It means AI is taking over. The stablecoins are going to get issued as a universal basic income for certain household families that are unable to get a job. And they have to stimulate the economy, because if people are not buying stuff, then the CC consumer price index looks like garbage. Then we're in a recession. Then everything bad, right? I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules, my friends. No, Sudafed. No, I need a hammer in the head. That's what I need for how much fucking crap that I've been through in this crypto cycle. I need a sledgehammer in the head, Dr. Goat. I don't need Sudafed or Afrin. I need a club to the head. I need a club to the head to had myself get convinced that I was going to be a leverage trader. No, I figured it out already back then. I need a club to the head, my friend. But what's so great is that I've been healed of this cancer, this disease of FOMO, of leverage trading, 20x, 10x, I don't care what it is, 5x. I haven't thought to open a leverage trade in a few weeks now, and it feels really good. Like, I can't tell you how good it feels. And also, I haven't drank in a month as well. Like, I haven't drank any alcohol in a month, and that also feels really good too, because it's like all of these little things that are just pulling you away from the true like goal is freedom, prosperity, true wealth compounded. Not going to get that by drinking. I'm poisoning myself. I'm also not going to get that through FOMOing and leverage trading. It's not going to happen. And that's just me personally, you know, like I can wake up to that fact. Maybe you need to wake up to that fact if that's where you're at. But hey, if you've been able to, you know, be the 1%, 5% of people that can come out of that game and create something, hey, fantastic. That's great. Keep going. Just don't think you're a genius. But yeah, the name of the game is compound. And what better way to compound is when the market's getting nuked as it is right now? Wouldn't you say? So all 17 of you, if you want to directly support the channel, you can click on my you can click on my MetaMask rewards link. Rewards MetaMask. You want the meta? You want the alpha? Click on my MetaMask referral link. Again, public service announcement. Public service announcement. Get your money off of the exchanges. This is, again, if you've wondered what I've been talking about this whole time, for however long I've been streaming. I don't even know. I need to go to bed. Get your money off the exchanges. Stop leverage trading. Yeah. Public service announcement. Please. Is there anything else we want to cover? God, how do I sound? Do I sound like terrible? Please. So bad. Sounds so terrible. Yeah, you gotta watch out for these recruiters, man. These recruiters. The moment you make too much, that's it. It's over. It's theirs. That it's so criminal. It's that all exchanges end up doing this. That's a broad statement. I just would say the not so good exchanges will do this. That's why I'm out. The time to regulate. It's really stupid to say that. I feel, you know, it feels like gross, but it's like at the same time, do you want to keep giving your trust to these platforms, or do you want to just go old school and have a seed phrase? And now we can like literally just connect it with a debit card and just like, I mean, there's so many platforms now where we can just do DeFi. I mean, DeFi has been railed into these apps now. So, oh, just so you know, Vitalik is he's only fixed and addressed certain memes. I think it's been and NFTs. Like he's been a milady. He has supported mooding. A lot of the coins that he's ended up mentioning, he'll like sell the coins that are sent to his wallet. He'll donate to charity. This one, Rabbi explained it to me, the consequences of signing a transaction to trade all of my Bitcoin, the ticker of an ERC20 meme coin whose full name is apparently Harry Potter Obama Sonic Taninu for ETH. An earlier version of this post referred to this token as a scam trying to impersonate Bitcoin. It is not. It is a meme coin. Apologies for the confusion. And then it was fixed. This was from Art Chick. Said, I woke up to you calling one of my favorite coins a scam. So regardless of your thoughts on meme coins, without getting into a philosophical debate, you simply got this one wrong. This is one of the most vibrant communities in crypto, and they have built several wells in Nigeria, not as marketing gimmick, but as pure charity. This wasn't even the team, it's the community organizing these efforts. They also have provided uniforms and equipment to children's soccer teams in Nigeria. There is a video of villagers getting scammed into getting drinking water from one of the wells for the first time. I can't find it, but someone will likely post it in the comments. It's beautiful. Yeah, I remember this. I remember all this. But I don't remember this, so we had to point that out. Let's go. Oh. Yeah, guys, normally I don't stream at this time. I also don't stream with massive allergies. If you're wondering what's going on, we had to do a public service announcement and tell you guys that you should be very much worried if you're going to be able to get your money off exchanges or not. And you should have a very healthy level of skepticism and trust issues with these platforms. That's all. Very much need to have a healthy level of skepticism. So we had to do a public service announcement to remind you guys of this. But I mean, sadly, how many people are watching right now? We got 37 people on X. We got 19 people watching on YouTube. We have like a couple people watching on the other platforms. Less than half you are gonna listen. The other half, you're not gonna listen. You probably will still leverage trade. You're gonna use the exchanges. I could scream this to the mountaintop, but it's fine. Okay. It is what it is. Only when you've like lost enough that I've lost, and then also have gotten rugged with these exchanges and just have came to this like enlightening moment in your journey, you will continue to do those things until you get bonked. It's not a message of doom. It's just a message of truth and clarity in this wild game of crypto. So stay safe out there. And if you're a content creator for crypto, I want you to really think about who you're promoting, who and realize that you have more. You realize you have more power than you realize, right? You have more leverage. Ironically, pun intended, you have more leverage over these exchanges and these platforms and all these things than anyone does. All we have to do is say, "We're not using you anymore. Sorry." Like, you don't have to buy crypto on their platforms. Like, you don't have to use them. Again, like, you forget, like, they need us. We don't need them. Just like the government. Just like the government. Like, we didn't need the government. The government needed us to pay the taxes to fund their salaries and their lobbying. But most of the government and the things that we could do could be almost ran as a decentralized DAO organization. The difference is that that's kind of how the Constitution in America and the states and our government has set up in our 3 branches of government. The problem is that we have snakes all inside of all those areas. We have these leeches, these snakes, these freaking vile, gross, nasty people that pose as people, as being for the people, but they're not. So just like in crypto and just like in government, we have these freaking leeches. We got these damn succubus leeches. Okay? And you're either going to choose to be on their side or you're going to choose to be on the side of the people. So what side are you on? Yeah, there are sides. It's called good and evil. It's called leeches. It's called people who want to give actual good energy into this world and want to go by good nature instead of being a damn leech. So it now is your job now to decide, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? I'm not going to stay quiet anymore, and I'm going to put my freaking money where my mouth is. That's what I'm going to do. So join me on this mission to stop staying quiet and letting these exchanges run the game. How about this? We run the game. We run the game. So on that note, I'll leave you with that. That should just pump your ass up. Let's go. I'll see you on the next one. Public service announcement. Get your money off the exchanges.